Hi, and welcome back to Star Conflict Tutorials. The year is almost over, so it's time for a small recap of all the big changes of Star Conflict in 2017. A new faction joined the fray in January. They call themselves the Ellydium Corporation, and they have quite a presence. They come with their own station, daily PvE and PvP missions, and a whole new type of ships. The first of those was called Waz'Got. Yeah, it was just one ship, but a very special one. It came with a bunch of new modules and unique weapons, and most importantly, with its own tech tree, which allowed for an unforeseen level of customization. Its appearance, the special module, everything could be changed. In the end, it turned out to be a hauntingly beautiful combination of technologies of two different civilizations. A cockpit of a human starship almost buried beneath layers and layers of alien crystals. In February, we reinvented Conquest. It's no longer available only to organized teams. Brave single pilots are also eligible to take part. At the same time, we've introduced the system of influence points, which made it much harder for corporations to keep certain sectors under their thumbs. The new system also motivates players to improvise and to be more creative during fights, because the number of influence points that your corporation earns directly depends upon how good you were at damaging the enemy dreadnought and protecting your own. In March, we opened the Galactic market, a huge marketplace where players can buy or sell components and blueprints. Here, you pay with Galactic standards. Just remember that all transactions are taxed by the UMC. There's a small fee every time you make a deal. Obviously, we continued polishing the trading system in later updates. For example, we later added the opportunity of creating temporary trade offers. April was a very good month. We acquired lots of new exciting things. First, in celebration of the Cosmonautics Day, we released two new ships with unique modules and weapons. The first one was an engineering frigate, Spiral, a hybrid ship capable of carrying the MiG-105 Interceptor, which has its own unique set of modules. For example, it can carry mines and perform short-distance warp jumps. The other Cosmonautics Day starship was a guard frigate Endeavour. Despite its low rank and the typical Federal disregard for proper protection, this frigate can take more punishment than some destroyers. The very same April also saw the arrival of a new PvE mission, the Ariadne's Thread. What makes it special, you might ask? Well, almost everything you see in this mission, from enemies to side quests, is procedurally generated, and there are a lot of options to generate from. For example, the first time you accept this mission, you are asked to escort a destroyer through an area full of elite interceptors. The second time, there is no destroyer. What you get instead is a station that you have to destroy. And of course, it is guarded by fighters and an elite engineering frigate. That's still not all for April. The Ellydium Corporation revealed its second ship, the Tai'Kin Recon Interceptor. Following in the footsteps, or we guess some kind of fuel trail, of the mighty Waz'Got, this ship came equipped with a plethora of new modules and different weapon sets, not to mention the complex research tree and all the shenanigans with collecting xenocrystals for upgrades. The Tai'Kin is probably the least protected interceptor in the game. A couple of direct hits is more than enough to blow it to smithereens. What's the point of using it then? Here's the point. The Tai'Kin might be the least protected one, but it's also a real pain to shoot at. Just imagine the things you can do with that level of maneuverability. Fast forward to June. Ellydium presented their third machine, an engineering frigate called Waz'Got. This one is a space custodian of sorts. It salvages debris coming from ships destroyed during the battle and turns it into something useful. For example, attack drones, turrets, or repair kits. Apart from that, the Waz'Got has amazing support capabilities when it comes to supporting a single turret. There's a friendly pilot who's on the brink of death? Get that emergency repair station pumping. Not enough? Then it's time for the Patron active module. Repair your allies' hulls and shields with the WL-13EL emitter and send them back into action. It's worth mentioning that some of the Waz'Got's modules weren't available from the start. In June, you could only upgrade it to rank 8. All the high-level stuff was added in October, when it went up to rank 15. Also, in June, the players started getting back some of the deadliest rank 14 destroyers. The first to be resurrected was the unusually agile Federation destroyer called the Sirius. In July, it was followed by the Vigilant destroyer belonging to the Empire. Nothing special about that one. Just one of the toughest and slowest destroyers of them all. On the other hand, do you really need mobility when you have that much firepower? Finally, in August, Jericho pilots were happy to see that Tyrant destroyers were also back in action. We all missed them a lot. We saved some surprises for the end of the year. For instance, there were some sightings of a brand new starship, the Object NY-18, that is oddly reminiscent of a classic flying saucer. If you want to fly this one, hurry up. It's only available until the 18th of January. To get a hold on a UFO of your own, you first need to collect 10 cockpits and 10 ship sections. You can find them in special containers that you get during holidays just for logging into the game. 1 container a day. By the way, they also contain unique Christmas stickers to get you in the festive mood. Another major piece of news is that the UMC launches a series of first tests of brand new equipment. What that means is that during holiday events, you can obtain the newest weapons, modules, and modifiers for a special kind of currency, the Xeno chips. You can earn them by completing UMC missions or participating in tournaments, and also find them in those containers with parts for the Object NY-18. Attention! These preliminary tests will conclude in a few weeks. You can buy them only until the end of the pre-launch testing. It's quite a year, don't you think? But there's much more where that came from. Very soon, we're going to add new ships of rank 16 and 17, and introduce a new progress system. All of this and lots of other new features are waiting for you in 2018. This is it for this episode and for this year. See you in space.